Hey. Hey y'all, welcome back to the No Joke Show. It is the second hour. I don't know what it is for the second hour. It is grown folks talk. We're talking about relationships, dealing with yourself. We of course have host Nicole Spain, and we have our guest Bikini Body. Y'all are welcome to call in.
What am I supposed to do?
You can say what you want. If you want buckle, you
want Boudica. I don't know. What you want me to do? I ain't got no calls. I'm not in the sorority. Damn, I just do Boudica.
Boudica.
It's real. That's the real.
It's real in Boudica field.
Boudica.
You can do that. Y'all know what it is. We're going to ask y'all to call in with your comments and your thoughts. The number 215-909-6070. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you're feeling. Bikini.
Yes.
Last time we was here, we was talking about relationships and dating one person to multiple persons. Mm-hmm. And in the event that you are dating multiple persons, do you have intercourse and sex with them all or not? Yes. And you took your time, and we appreciate it. You called in, and you let us know your feelings. So while you're here now, let us talk.
So what would you like to know? What's the question?
So let's just kind of recap. Are you in a relationship? Are you not? And do you have sex with multiples or just the one?
Ooh. I am not in a relationship. Ooh, okay. I am dating.
Okay.
And I do have two firsts.
Oh,
two firsts?
Two furs.
Two furs.
What's that? Like you don't get
that's a new thing
not
to say?
2 piece, it's a twofer.
You ever heard of
that? I call it a twofer. You have two, one for the ready and one on standby.
Oh.
A twofer.
Is this why?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now how does that work? How does that work?
Well, Generation Z let me know that you don't have to be committed.
Okay.
44 years old and my age and my experience with relationships back that up. I do not need to be in a relationship. I'm not ready for a relationship. Comedy is my boyfriend right now.
Okay.
So I am cheating on Comedy with someone that I'm dating, and I date two people.
So you date Comedy?
I'm in a relationship with Comedy, but I date two men.
So the two men that you date, are they aware of each other, and are they all right with that?
The details don't matter. Number one. Number two, as long as I don't know about what you're doing, you don't need to know what I'm doing. Just know that we clean, we safe, and I'm not in a relationship with you.
All right.
That should be enough, right?
All right.
Yeah.
So what's going on, Single Nick? What you feeling about
Single Nick? She played me first time. I mean, I think what is this, October? So we about to go into winter.
Yes.
Right? No, is it fall?
I think fall.
So when did fall start?
September the 21st.
Yeah. So it's always the 21st of every 3 months. Okay. So we in fall. So fall and winter is supposed to be the cuffing cuddle season. Okay. Yeah. What's the difference between cuffing and cuddling?
I'm single. I don't do neither one.
I don't either. Me either. That's why
I'm here to learn. I'm here like everybody else to learn.
So some people, it's a little saying or little thoughts that relationships occur during the cold seasons, and then when it started getting warm, people start breaking up. You know, particularly I think it's particularly men doing the breaking up, dumping and stuff like that, because they want to be extra free for spring and summer, because it's the hoeing time. No hibernation, no cabin fever,
but
no best friend.
Don't be sexist, Nick. It's not just the men. It has been a hot girl summer, so women are doing it as well.
But we picked it up from them.
Yes.
After a while, you keep getting played. You're like, okay, let me start doing what the fuck y'all doing.
Exactly. Remember that commercial back in the day? Who taught you how to do this? You all right? I learned it by watching you.
We had TV. I don't remember that commercial. I'm
sorry.
I'm like, no, you didn't.
I'm sorry. My brother.
So my question is, everything works differently for different people. Do you go from relationship to relationship or person to person, or do you know when I need to sit out? It's not a good time for me to date. Let me date myself. I call them self dates. Mm-hmm. I take myself on dates. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of people don't know how to be by themselves and go to movies. Okay. A lot of people, I hear people in general, it's like about a man or woman or a sexual intimate relationship. I can't go nowhere by myself. I look crazy. The older you get, the more you embrace.
I like embracing.
I went to Redstone. You know restaurant Redstone?
Yes.
I went twice in one weekend.
Hey now.
I went to one New Jersey and one in PA because I didn't want to remember me the next day. Like, who the fuck is Slutty Chic?
And you spoiling you.
And by myself.
Yes.
But let me tell you, the negative side of self-dating is getting me fatter. So you gotta be careful with that. No, but so do you, everybody does what's right for them. But I think a lot of people just don't really know how to be by themselves, right?
Yeah.
If we were supposed to be by ourselves, it'd be a whole planet where everybody be on their own planet.
Okay.
God created us to, be with somebody or have family, have friends. But when it comes to intimate dating, when for you do you? And I wish somebody would really call in. A lot of people always want to move on to the next person. Forget him, fuck him, forget her. She wasn't shit. On to the next, But is it always healthy to do that? Because you building baggage from every person. So if I've been in 5 serious relationships and I didn't even have not even 3 to 6, and I think that's short. I think you should really somewhat try to be by yourself for at least 6 months to detox.
Yeah.
A year is pushing it for some people. You understand what I'm saying? A year is pushing it. Like, are you a person being real? I go from person to person. I don't know how to be by myself. I don't want to be by myself. Okay. Are there some people that finally get the light bulb? I need a detox. I need to sit the fuck out. I don't know what I'm doing. When do you determine that? Like, for me, I am kind of old school. I don't really like to go from person to person. Because you got baggage. Right. You take that baggage from that last person. You cannot tell me you're in a relationship for 2 years, January to January. January 2010 to January 2012. Get with a new dude 2 months later, and you're not thinking about you're not thinking about none of the bad stuff you've been through, none of the good stuff coming into this new relationship. You know what I mean? How realistic is that? Humans, we have a hard time letting shit go, especially when you're not taking a breather. So you keep going from person to person, you're going to fucking clock out. You're going to fucking spiritually and emotionally lose it. Okay. It may not happen in this relationship or next relationship, but it's going to catch up with you.
I do have a comment to that, but I have another question before the comment. So when you out on these dates by yourself, right, and you date yourself and everything is going well, you enjoying it, I'm enjoying it, you enjoying it, I'm enjoying it. And then somebody come and they try to talk to you. So like a man approaches you because he finds you attractive. Do you say, I'm on a date? No? Or do you go ahead and take the number? That's This is my thinking. Normally, if you want to date with somebody and somebody else try to approach you, that's shut down quickly.
Yeah.
So you with somebody
do that.
So you spending that personal time.
No, I am a natural flirt. And me going on these fucking self dates, I have gotten my fucking bills paid. Okay. Like the bill. Like, didn't even know. It's almost like back in the day, nowadays, you go out.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait.
She said somebody paid her bill.
I paid somebody pay my bill. Like,
but she said bills. That's where I stopped.
Oh, no, I wish. No, we talking about that bill. We talking about that food bill.
I'm like, hold on, bills. Like,
how
many food bills they pay?
You could go out. You could have a real OG send drinks over to you, but don't want your number, not in your face, not being all. Thank you, baby.
Cause he dating himself over there.
Or he just an old head and he been there. Then he not pressed, but he see that you got good energy. You cute. You with your friends. A real OG gonna pay for your friends' drinks too.
Now I agree to that.
You know what I'm saying? I've had that happen, but I went on a self date. I gotta get that patent. Somebody gonna use that shit. But I went on a date by myself and looked, and the waitress was like, that guy paid for your thing, and didn't even come over and bother me or nothing.
Nice. Ain't God good?
Now, I'm like, damn, do you feel sorry? Listen. I'm like, did he feel sorry for me and shit? Like, did he think I have enough money?
No,
and I'm gonna walk out on that bill?
That's something to talk about. That is something. Because versus, and you could be joking, but honestly, just think about it. Versus just accepting it as a gift and a blessing, like, Lord, thank you.
I was very
thankful. I'm just saying, a lot of us, we're critical of it. Why?
The comedian side was.
Right. I know you're joking. I know you're joking, but some people may be like that.
But it was a beautiful. People don't do that shit in the world, or really ever really done that.
Well, they don't do it often because they have to see you, so they do it.
Right. Now, what I have went on some self dates, and I've gotten numbers. So you don't know what the blessing.
I don't even trust you cheating on yourself. You don't know about this.
But listen, But most of the time when I go on self dates, I'm in my own world.
I hear you.
I'm not even paying attention to nobody.
You ain't even paying the meal.
So I'm just
You ain't
thinking of
paying.
how he was paying attention to you as you were
Weird
self-dating.
shit.
He's sitting over there
Because I
watching
know what
you.
he was in.
Because how does he know
And it
that
was
you were?
Redstone. And you ever been to Redstone
Yes.
before? It's
Yes,
not. I don't
I
think
have.
it's cheap.
It's
not cheap.
It's not cheap. But how did he know? He watched you for a while,
Somewhere over
so you
there.
consumed your food with some type of fetish of his, and then decided to pay for your meal.
He must like the he like thick chops.
He like to see you eat. He
like
like
bright
there
something.
you go. He like
I don't
mukbang,
know.
huh?
I don't
Nicole
know.
mukbang.
But I'm not gonna say, oh no, take your money back. No, I'm not. And
No.
you know, I'm trying to be nice, but no, I self dates. Like for me, I kind of don't want to date right now. But I hear people say, well, I hear people say the same thing. But I'm not gonna close up somebody cool come along.
Right.
You don't want to knock your blessings.
Right.
But I'm not purposely going out to try to meet somebody or get somebody's number. I'm not doing online dating. I'm not pressed.
Right.
But if somebody come along, but then here's the thing too. I have wanted to bring up and ask y'all and callers, please call in 215-909-6070. I've had men be like, listen, let's go hang out. Let's not go on a date. Let's go hang out. I'm like, what the fuck is that? 40 plus. That means we going Dutch and shit. Cause I would fuck somebody up going on a date. And I'm thinking it's a fucking date and we going Dutch. I'm gonna always have my own money. I'm a size fucking 14. I'm gonna always have money. Big bitches ain't never really broke. You understand what I'm saying?
They always
so but now when somebody asks you to go out, you gotta ask them, is it a fucking date? This guy told me, he said, we going to hang out. He let me know, hey Lena, he let me know that I'm paying for us to hang out. He was like, but then the next time we go out, we hit it up, there was gonna be a date. I said, ain't it all a fucking date? No, a date is sitting out for dinner across each other, asking and interviewing questions and getting to know each other. So hanging out is going to play pool, going bowling, but that's what I prefer. That's what we should be going to do as we're dating. All this sitting down, taking notes.
I'm about to take notes so I can remember everything.
So he said, what they're saying, 2 guys this week, both of them 29 years old, out of my age range to date. That's too young. I don't give a fuck. That's more for like casual. Okay. That's fling. Yeah. That's more of a fling shit. Okay. I'm 40. I don't need no fucking 30-year-old. Okay. He's not even 30 yet. But they both level-headed men. They said, listen, I don't do dates because I feel like women just want to get the free meal. They want to get the experience, but that's it. So men feel like they're being used for dates to get a free meal. And men are starting to boycott doing dates.
All right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
They've been boycotting doing dates.
But it's something new. It's a new wave going on because I've had 2 or 3 men, two guys I know, and 2 guys that's trying to get to know me. And a guy in my job was like, yeah, I don't even do dates no more. We meet up, see what the vibe is, blah, because y'all not using me for no free meal.
Is that a millennial thing you think?
No, because this man was around our age. At my job, the other 2 were 29.
Oh, wow. So he was
what's going on?
Okay.
They don't even know each other. Like, what's going on?
So first I'm going to say they only do what they allowed to get away with. So whatever females that accept that foolishness is where that's going to go. And then what I was thinking about, the first thing you were saying, like the dating for 2 years, like dating from January to January, and then somebody new. I know for myself personally, although I was physically in the relationship, I had already clocked out. Yeah, girl. I had already clocked out, I don't know, 7-8 months prior. And in the sense of having the kids, just having the comfortability of everything, finances, the kids, the stability of everything. You know, and not wanting to leave that, whether it was about being scared, whether it was about trying to, have the family life for the family, whatever it was, I didn't go anywhere. So when I physically left that relationship, I was ready to date whomever came my way. Now, honestly, I still didn't date. I didn't date for probably 8-9 months.
Good for you. That's what I love. That's what I prefer what you would do.
Well, I appreciate that you like that. I appreciate that you like care.
Listen, I'm not the motivational. How you the verbal like but I care action wise, just like I know she would. But I'm glad you did. Why didn't you?
Honestly, because I left home at 2:30 in the morning, and I went and I got my kids, and my whole grind was just trying to rebuild my life.
It's called detox.
That's called But the thing, it just was my whole focus. But the thing is, I don't know if I didn't have the kids, maybe none of that would have happened. I don't know. I just know that I felt like I had taken away the stability, which I've grown. I will promise y'all ladies, that's not true. So that's a lie. Don't feed yourself that BS. But I felt as though at the moment I had taken my children's stability and their foundation, because all they had ever known was their father and myself being together.
Yeah.
So when I left, even though the situation was a terrible situation, I needed to leave.
Amen.
You know, I felt like some kind of way I just kept having to pay them. I had to make it right for them. I had to make sure that the cable was right. I had to do more than sacrifice, because you do that anyway. It was like I was trying to do over and above to fill in any gaps that I could possibly fill in.
Right.
And to understand now at this point, there is no way necessarily to fill in the gaps. You just love them unconditionally. Because as Bikini said earlier, it's kind of hard raising a child by themselves, and especially if you're a female trying to raise a son by yourself, and if you're a man trying to raise a daughter by yourself. So there is difficulty, but hell, we get through it. Our parents have done it, their parents have done it, and we will continue to do it. So the biggest thing is not to be lost in that lie. But I feel as though whatever a person thinks they need is what they need in their life. You hear about people saying don't have sex for 3 months. You have people that saying don't get married till you know somebody for a year. Oh, that's a BS.
Or don't have sex until you get married.
But
all these different.
But I'm saying some of that stuff with the whole 90 days. They call it 90 days.
Right.
So the whole thing with the 90 days, so many people are familiar with that. The hell, I can be cool to the 91st or the 92nd day.
And get played.
So where we at?
Yeah, we can get played.
Where we at with this? So you gotta do
I don't
what
believe
you
it. No
feel
disrespect to Steve
yourself.
Harvey. I ain't with all that bullshit. Steve Harvey get you fucked up. Steve Harvey fuck around and have your ass single for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? So no, hey,
the book
Steve Harvey.
I haven't seen or read.
But what, like, I just for me, if I could, or people could be strong, because it's easier said than done. People are people. Some people just like to be in relationships. Some people are glued to, don't even want to be in a relationship, but keep getting in one because they're relationship type people, right? But I am a big advocate, and I try to practice it at least 3 months of just sit with yourself. And 3 months really ain't shit, but to a human being, that's a long time. To men, that's a long time. This one particular guy, this business owner up in West Oak Lane, he has been separated from his wife for 2 years because of infidelity, right? And I'm a customer, and we was just talking, and I don't know where this came from, and I was like, he was telling me how he dated a little bit, but the women go on his nerves, this, that, and the other. And I was just like,
that's some calling.
No, I wish his fine ass. But he's still married, separated. I'm not dealing with you.
Right.
Been there, done that. I dated somebody that was close to a divorce, and she really dipped his butt. She was around nowhere in his life. Like, she straight abandoned him, like my real mother did me. Like, so it wasn't even like, no, I'm dealing with him and he could go back with his wife. She was over him. I don't know what he did to that woman, blah, blah, blah. But I just feel like, do not date a man that's still married. I don't, I'm not talking about like being a mistress. If these people are legally separated, wait till he get his business handled. Honestly, you might want to come back a year later, because a divorced man will fucking hurt you and kill you. I'm talking about emotionally and spirit. They need to run the street. They need to get whatever's out in them, just like anybody else. But this one particular guy, the business boy, it just came out of nowhere. He was like, oh, you're making on my nerves, this and the other. I was like, you need to sit out. He was like, what does that mean? I was like, it ain't nothing but 3 months. No sex, do a fasting, no dating, no pulling on women, no women pulling on you. Because women, we do a lot of pulling on men more. We pursue men more. Not y'all. I don't know. I think y'all are a lot more stronger. You know what I'm saying? But we all made mistakes with that. You know, I don't come across like I know everything. Girl, I don't be doing that with men. I have made wrong mistakes. We all come across while both genders are fucked up, right? But I was like, just sit out. And he was like, what does that mean? I was like, no sex, no dating, time with yourself. You know, I don't know if you're an atheist or a Baptist or a Muslim or whatever your spiritual thing is, meditating, writing, walking, this 3 months. Because you could take a vocation, like no booze, but not do nothing spiritual with your soul. And and that's fine. But when you take a break from people, but you're doing like that spiritual, all that work, you want to, it's almost like when you fast for something and give something up, if you believe in God, you're doing it for him, but he's going to give you so much more out of that 3 months. He was like, I never even thought about it that way. He was keeping it right. He was like, I may not really do it right now. He was like, it's summertime. You know what I mean? He ain't passing no pussy, summer pussy. You know what I mean? But he was like, he had called me like a few months later and was like, can you explain to me what you mean about sitting out for 3 months? I was like, no internet dating, no texting old bitches in your phone. Don't let them get in touch with you. Ignore them. You got 2 sons. You have a business. You go to the gym. Whatever you do, stick with that. No going on no dates. No texting no woman. Sit out for 3 months. He was like, I don't know if he ever did it or if he will do it, but he called me and asked me about that. That's kind of rare for a man to do that. And he fine as hell.
That's cool. That's cool.
And he got money.
Yes,
And a body.
And a body.
Calling me about that bullshit. I was like, damn,
and you ain't do nothing with all of that.
Cause I want to practice what I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm. So you want a strict no dick diet?
No, I'm not impressed about dick. Cause I like
not meaning dick penis having sex. I mean no dick, like no male.
No dick interaction just for 3 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I can't do that.
It's hard, and that's why I respect the word. Like it's not for me.
I've done it.
Really? Okay.
I've done it. I've done it all. I think we all as women have done it all. When you
without
were younger,
intentionally or unintentionally.
No,
Sometimes it can be unintentional.
All of your life, from being a young girl's first dating, and you get into a relationship. As a young girl, you think it's cute. I ain't never been out of no relationship. Every time I break up with somebody, I'm back into it.
It's somebody around waiting.
Right back to the relationship. Literally a week break, and then you back into another relationship.
A new one or the same one? Either way.
A new one.
It could be either.
A new one.
Right.
Or back into the same one.
Right. Things happen.
So as you get older and you mature, and I don't even know if it has to do with age, but I think it has to do with experience and maturity. As you go through relationship after relationship, and you jump from bed to bed to bed, or from mind to mind to mind, if you're not being sexual with them, you're not giving your body, your mental, you that ability to grow and look back on what you just went through, how it changed you, and how you are going to set with yourself.
Detox.
See, I don't like doing the time frame. Steve Harvey, these 90 days and 6 months. First of all, don't give yourself a time. Who says you need to give yourself a time? It is when you are ready. So if you feel like, okay, I've dedicated enough, I got everything that I needed, my boxes are checked. I've gotten back into home. I've gotten back to my spirituality. I've checked out my diet. I made sure my family, if all of that, your finances, if you educate, all those things in your checkbox, if they are all checked off, and you feel in your own self, okay, now it's time. I feel like my heart is opening, because it is. It starts to open because now you've fed yourself.
Exactly.
You can't move on until you feed yourself, and you don't realize that when you're young. It's cute. Hey, I ain't never been single. I'm always a catch. Yeah, but you didn't even allow yourself to catch yourself, did you?
I agree with that young part, but also you giving young people our age still.
That's what I'm saying.
We
go from young to old.
On
but make sure y'all call in, because this is a deep conversation. We want y'all to be able to speak, and we want to hear what you have to say.
The question is, are you a person? You could answer the question generally how you feel about what we're talking about, or be real, because most people are going to talk from their own self. Are you a person that you prefer to be from relationship or person to person, or I need to take my time and have a break between each person? And what's the benefit? Because it could be cons and pros to both styles. You know, everybody's different. And I'm not coming to people about being grandma, like on some church stuff. I'm talking about your real soul and spirit. The church does not address your soul and your real spirit. And I did write some stuff down.
Wait, we gotta give a number: 215-909-6070. That's 215-909-6070.
That's a good lotto number to play. That's a 3-digit right there. 215-909. That's a 3-digit and a 4-digit 6070. I don't know. Y'all got a number man right here? This German sound. That's somebody around here. So I feel like you could call it different things. Stick it out, take a break, detox. You should date yourself if you are still hurt. If you are still hurt from the past, somebody from your past, I don't think you should be dating. If you do not feel good about yourself, you should not be dating. And this doesn't mean that we're not supposed to date forever. This is not a permanent situation. I just gave a little example of 3 months. Some people do 6 months. Some people do a year. I know women who've done years. And I ain't that motherfucker right there.
Because sometimes let's look at it.
I did 3.5.
You wasn't
my plan.
You was
playing.
Right. Now, so it's like if you're still hurt, if you're still in the past, if you don't feel good about yourself, if you find you need somebody to fulfill you, those are just 3 minor examples about you should reconsider not dating for a little while. For me, I also realized too, I used to have men tell me this, I thought it was bullshit. I don't want to date if I'm not in a good place, because if I come across the right people, I'm gonna fuck it up.
That's good stuff. That's true.
I'ma fuck it up. Oh, y'all paid your phone bill. Get it? Get it? I'm about to get your number out. I'm about to say your number on the line so they can play on your
Hey,
phone.
thanks for calling RealSh NoJoke. Who do we have on the line?
This is DJ Manny Strong. First off, I want to give y'all a thumbs up. I'm really enjoying y'all show.
Thank you.
Okay.
Y'all doing
Thank
a great job. I also want to comment on the question at hand. I am married now, so with that being said, before I got married, I used to love that single life.
Real shit.
Because when you're single, like she said, you really can take time. You can say, you know what, I'm not answering my phone. I'm not going for no dates. I'm just going to do me.
You don't want nobody's shit.
And I like the word that she used, fasting, doing you as fasting. But what you have to understand, I don't know if a lot of people understand that when you are married, you also can take a break.
Amen.
Yep.
Okay.
You just have to have that a partner that y'all can understand that, okay, I need to do me. And a lot of times we take that break when you take that all girls trip or that all men's trip.
Okay.
But what's the rules though?
And also I believe a lot of relationships have that sexual fasting in it, and it's not by choice.
Right.
That's a lot of the relationships that's the unhealthy ones. I believe that because I have been there before also. But if you can fast in single relationships or married, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, it makes you finder of the person that you're with.
We'll talk.
Yes.
And yourself.
So it makes you appreciate yourself more also.
Exactly.
All right, so Manny, I have two questions.
I do agree.
I have two questions. First question, how do you bring it to your wife that this is your time for fasting? And what is your reason that you feel like you need to fast in the marriage at that point? What is going on or not going on that you feel like you need to fast? And how do you approach your other half about it?
Well, from my experience, a lot of times that fasting period doesn't come from the man.
Okay.
I can't speak for all men, but
That's
I
a
can speak
woman
for me. I don't like the fast. Give it to me all day, every day. If we're talking about the sexual aspect of it.
All right.
A woman tends to need her space a little bit more.
Or different.
Than
Or
a
differently.
So it's usually the woman that are bringing that to you. And it's kind of hard. With women, y'all got like a shut-off valve.
Okay.
Y'all can find anything that could let us know that, no, this ain't the right time.
Okay.
Face, hairdos, trash ain't get taken out. Y'all can find a million things.
Now, are you all right with it?
Yeah, we love you. We'll back a little bit. It's like, you know what? Let me give her a stick. Hey, see y'all shut all time.
Okay.
Along with, that menstrual cycle. So.
Hey now.
We're not going to blame it on the red zone.
Red lights. I don't. But some people run red lights. That's what they like.
I like that.
Now, bruh, if you agree on a fasting, what's the rules?
Sometimes it could be non-sexual. Like, we could touch. I think touch is inevitable. I don't think two people should be married or any relationship if they don't know how to touch, period. Whether it's a hug, a kiss, a handshake, whatever. So you can fast sexually. Like I said, that ain't gonna work for me, but some like to fast that way. And some like just to take that man trip or that female trip and just get away.
I think when I ask about
that's
rules,
the best way.
I think when I ask about rules, Manny, it's also we fasting, but that means we ain't cheating.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, once again, it all depends on who you are dating or who you're married to. Of course, cheating should be an golden rule.
Exactly.
But with people, you got to communicate that because it's just a new world we living in. Oh, you didn't say I couldn't cheat. You didn't say I couldn't cheat while we on this fasting.
My girl has been
hurt. You gotta tell a man like, okay, that don't mean you get a pass. That just mean we ain't doing X, Y, Z. But you gotta have the right dude. You just can't say that to anyone.
Right.
And that's where communication come in. Yeah,
like I'm that guy that you just can't say that to. Oh yeah, well, we're gonna not have sex for 3 weeks. Yeah.
What that mean, Manny? What that mean?
I'll tell you like this, you ain't gonna have sex for 3 weeks. Yeah.
That's why I asked, what's the rules?
Exactly.
What's the communication?
What?
Partial
No, man, no.
Me, it's plain and simple. Like I said, like I have
That's real.
a love cup that needs to be filled.
Mhm.
That's my love cup is filled. You have to take care of it. And when you can't take care of it, yes, you're right. We're going to have a conversation.
Mhm.
And you're.
Ooh,
All right, so Manny, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
All right, so she's going through whatever she's going through at work. You know, she got whatever the situation is at work. She's dealing with whatever she's dealing with at home with the kids, whether they're in the house or out the house. And y'all are making it work. You had the money, but things could be a little easier if it was a little more money. And right now, she's really trying to get her head together. And she say, baby, I need some time. Now, your cup isn't filled right now. Your cup is a little depleted. What you want to do? Because you understand what she's going through.
Mhm.
So are you going to compromise?
Yes, of course, because I love her. That works two ways. Okay, I'm going to compromise not because of all of those things you said that's going on. Okay, because whatever she's going through, as me being her soulmate, I'm going through it too.
Yes.
Okay, so that I don't like to use that as an excuse.
Right.
What you do at work, leave that at work. When you come home, it's a whole different ballgame.
You know that doesn't always work.
But it doesn't. But being the man that I am, I won't compromise with her.
Okay.
But I'm not going to compromise for months. And like I said, no disrespect to none of the women or no women, period.
Right.
Women, and y'all can check this on your list. Women tend to come up with excuses for every little thing.
Mm.
And if you constantly do that, you have to remember, where you won't, somebody else will.
That's true.
And it ain't always a cheating sexual thing either. We don't start out just straight want to have sex with somebody.
Mhm.
Because we mature too. Like I'm a mature man to where it gets to a point where it ain't always about the sex.
Okay.
It could be just about a cuddy buddy. She
Exactly.
watch sports. I could tell her a dick joke. You know, we can laugh and joke about anything.
Yep. And that's where it can get you right there.
Because now it's becoming a mental connection. It's becoming like friendship.
Mhm.
And that's the best
Yeah.
relationship is friendship.
Yeah, that's how it starts. See, most relationships, it gets too serious, and then you do your friendship within your marriage or your relationship. You don't laugh, you don't joke like you used to, you know, and you meet a young lady that sounds good, looks good, sexually attractive too, and she can tell you a good joke, she can take a good joke. You better watch out.
So I have a question.
Okay. I do also.
After you're fasting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've already gone on dates with other women, whether that be physical, whether that be mental, whether that be emotional. How do you then shut that off and go back to your wife?
Well, first of all, I'm not going to do it.
Oh, so you're not going to entertain. So you're not going to entertain. Amen.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, I'm an entertainer myself. I'm a DJ, so I'm constantly dealing with nothing but women.
Yeah.
I feel like this. If I'm not happy at home, I'm not going to tell you that I'm not happy at home.
Come on now.
I'm going to handle what I got to handle at home. And
Thank
then
you.
we can get together later.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm beyond that stage of doing, you know, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect, that, you know, I'm not going to never say that I won't cheat, because you can never say.
Yeah.
But what I am going to say is that I'm not opening the door for her to want to say she want to fast and want to go and see the young stallion.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Said the young
Because
style.
there's always a young
something that I don't want her to do.
Exactly.
So that's why I say that fasting wouldn't work for me. Certain things I just can't implement in my relationship right now.
Exactly.
No, Manny, do you have female friends? And is your wife?
I have millions of female friends.
All right.
Before my wife, and then now that and my wife has been back all of these years. And let me explain something to you with that also. My female friends are her female friends.
Gotcha.
If my wife came to me and I met a new female friend and she felt some type of way about that female friend, that female friend cut off.
I respect that.
Ain't no questions about it.
And you may not want to, but you got to.
Listen, of course, with respect, because she won't do the same thing for me. I got a big thing. If I can't bring my friend home and my friend can't eat at my table, then we can't be friends.
All right.
Right.
And that's just how I feel, because other than that, it's cheating, right? If you can't tell you make something that you're doing in the street, then it's cheating.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank God for Facebook, because I got a million friends.
Well, Manny, I think
and we married. So
Yeah.
Well, we thank you so much for calling in.
Thank
We ask God
Yep.
to continue to bless your union and y'all continue to grow and have many more years together. Please continue to call in and let people know what we're doing. It's just about positivity, the laughs, and the love.
That's right.
stop that fasting. Y'all have a good one. Fasting is good.
I know that's right.
I gotta date this Saturday.
Thank you so much, love.
I got a date this Saturday, and we going. What are we doing this Saturday? I think we're going dancing. No meal. So fat bitches. See, you gotta make that real clear because I like to eat. He said we going dancing. I
So
gotta
is that
take
hanging
that.
out?
That's what I said. He said
Right.
that I could read the texts. I'm just y'all be making this shit up. Okay. I wish I
Because
was
hanging
lying. I did
out
not
is
lie.
something that was thrown around, but that was more so because people didn't like to say the word date. I think more so it was
Scared.
our people, black
Yeah.
folk, we don't say the word date. We just
So
don't.
is it
Let me
because
say-
of spending money or
sorry.
not spending money?
It's because what happens at the end of every meal?
dessert.
There's a bill.
Oh, a bill.
Yes.
Yep. That's
And
That's
every black person is who gonna pay it? Because I know I had
Everybody
the
human
chicken,
calculators all of a
I
sudden.
had the
Human-
croutons,
human
I had no
calculators.
fork. They do all
I
that.
hate that shit.
See?
I hate that.
So when you go
Stop
out-
eating with them foods.
So
No,
listen,
seriously,
I-
when you go out on a date, they don't want to say, a guy don't want to hear you say date, so they say, all right, you want to hang out? Because that way, hey,
they
listen,
think we're
you
using
don't know
them.
who's going to pay, because you might pay if you hanging out. I might pay when I'm hanging out. You pay for yourself, I pay for myself. You never know who's going to pay. Or they leave you to pay for all of it. I don't like hanging
Yeah,
out.
and
I
let me
wanna
tell
date.
you, and some of these guys are not guys who don't owe, or they don't have no father in their family. Yes, they do. This one particular guy, like I told you, the two young
Mhm.
boys, two family household, parents married and everything. Somehow he don't do dates. Unless we really, until we get into a real relationship. Now I know people that do dating, and then when they get in a relationship, they don't do no dates. So everybody all fucked up. Here it is. I said to him, I said, why are you single? I'm asking you what the world be asking me. He said, LOL, I'm single because I'm taking my time, and women my age don't want to take their time to get to know someone. They all rather date. But the dates go nowhere, and it's a waste of time. I feel like women skip a lot of steps before the actual dating happens. It's easy to get dates. It's hard. The hard part is to get substance out of the date. I said, well, that's a perspective. I said, I got 10 years on you. Older women can be drained from experience. He said, well, that's a perspective too, widely common. Like a date means there's some type of romantic vibe between us. We should try to be, to see if exclusive can go somewhere. He said, not just a good time or a free meal on a woman's part. That must be the new phenomenon. Women run their fucking mouths too much. That's what it is. Because if that's what it is, back in the day, we just didn't say the shit. Women talk too fucking much. You never tell a man how much money you got in one pocket.
Mhm.
Don't tell the other hand what the other hand is doing. So how did this fucking shit leak out?
So question.
That women want free. Like he said, I kind of had to put myself in shoes. He says no guarantee there'll be a second date or if it goes farther. I'd rather hang out, and if there's a romantic vibe from then I'll ask to go out on a date. So that means hang out is not a fucking date. There's
No,
levels
it's
to
not.
this shit.
It's not.
That's what I'm saying. My head's in the fucking house.
Yeah, hanging out. That's
So
juvenile.
when you say this one is 29 to 30, right?
29.
Okay.
He's an engineer, very
Okay.
respectful.
So my
all that
question to
bullshit.
you is this. And all that he said, do you feel as though that is sincere, or do you feel that that's part of the game?
That's a good question.
Because the thing is this, the game got to come a little bit different than what it was when you was younger, because it's not going to get your attention.
Real shit.
Because dude just walking up on the corner is not going to impress you.
Real
So I
shit.
gotta know how to say this stuff. I need to sound like I'm mature so I can get this stuff. So do you feel like it's sincere or what?
Now I'm not trying to be fixated on this shit.
Daryl said, if it's a real man to ask you to hang out, he got the bill.
Period. And that's what he's. So we want to talk, and I said, "What does this hangout shit mean?" He was like, "Well, I'm a man with paper." I said, "Okay, let me know, because I ain't gonna have to. I gotta wash dishes. I'm a comedian. I got no fucking money." You know what I'm saying? Like, no. But he said most women don't want to hang out. My favorite is he's quoting women. I have enough friends. I don't need no more friends. I need a man. Your friend should become your man. That's what he was saying. He was like, and here's the thing. He is actually right. I think women make a lot of bad decisions. You know why? Because it's more of us people. But
Humans.
women, come on, Mark. You don't think women make the most idiotic decisions in men?
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
Come on,
Because if a
worse
dude
than
ain't paying the bill, period, why you going out
why you
there?
even starting it? Why you even
That's
feeding that
just, you know,
spirit?
Right.
I never have a woman put money out when I'm standing at a table. That's just me though.
But you had,
Like, no,
That's
what
not-
you doing?
that's
Or
not
if
everybody.
I'm on a date, she go to open the door. Yo, don't embarrass me like that. Don't open it.
Right.
That's just me though.
you have
Yeah.
some women that
Yeah.
are in that sense of they're so independent.
Or forget, or just,
And they
or never
feel
found
as
a man.
though I don't need you to take care because I have to show you I have this.
Whenever
You know?
I have made a mistake and did that, it's because I was just in my own world. I didn't do it intentionally. I'm just like, oh my, I had to catch myself. Now 40, I sit back. I be sitting in the corner.
Yes.
I'm
Sit there and wait right there with
I'm
your legs
like
crossed.
cleaning my shoes off until they come open that fucking door.
Oh, I say it. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
since you grown. I don't waste the time. Open the door.
I still was in my
I'll wait for
relationship. They
you.
was opening the doors.
I wait for the bum to open the door to 7-Eleven. I'm
Yeah.
not playing.
You
I
know-
love being a female. I'm not playing with
That's
y'all.
right.
Call again. We had our first caller, DJ Manny. Thank you. Please call again. Anybody that's listening online, on our app, YouTube, 215-909-6070. Call in. We get into a wrap up, but we could always appreciate another caller too.
Yes.
So, Nick, after this wonderful, informative text, do it make you feel anything about him?
You know what?
Is he a mature 29-year-old?
He is a mature 29. He make $100,000 a year.
Uh-huh.
But that don't mean mature. because how
Exactly.
much
That
money-
don't mean mature.
No,
You're the
he's
president. Hello.
Did you see the tax papers? Did you
his
confirm
language sounded mature.
that? Mm-hmm.
First of all, it ain't gonna hurt me to go out with him.
Catfish. Go ahead.
I don't want to. I'm not putting myself on a shelf to just get dusted. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
And it's experience. I want to see what this new world is talking about with hanging out versus dating. You know what I mean? Just like when you're dating, you're not in a relationship. When you're in a relationship, is it still considered dating? No, it's not. It becomes
You can
different
date
levels.
your mate. That's-
Right.
You date in your
I'm
relationship.
gonna go,
Yes.
but here's another thing too. Nowadays, people be scheduling dates and don't even follow through on them.
So
I
are
don't
you
even get
going
hyped.
based on this text that he sent, or would you go period because you're just interested in him? Or was it the text? What
Both.
Is it? Okay.
Both is a slight interest. I really don't have an interest in anybody.
Okay.
It's a slight interest, but that's some time when you find the love of your life.
Mhm.
When you're not really
When you do
impressed.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go because he seems interesting, and I almost want to. So and this other guy, he was like, he was the same way. He said, I just, we can go get a drink, go bowling, play pool. I'm like, that's dope. Who doesn't want to do that? He was like, but the date stuff comes down the line because he took a girl on a date and she started taking pictures of her food, Mark. And he was like, he went up to the thing and paid for the bill and left her. He was like, he felt like she was just doing that because it was a really different restaurant that she'd never been to, that she
So
was
maybe
using him for the
it
experience.
was an experience.
Yeah.
And that was a
Yeah,
beautiful
hurt.
thing. And that's sad. That shows insecurity in him because he should have asked her about that. Maybe she was just like, wow, I've never been to a place like this before. And she wanted to preserve that moment. I don't know if
He
she
felt
was
like-
what.
He
But
felt like
again-
she was one of them. He said, I was just like, where are you meeting these people?
I think that's
That's
another
why,
cat,
where are
'cause we
you?
need to
I
talk.
think that answered the question back to when you said, who's telling him this stuff about women and the food and going for free dates for free food, right? We women post everything on Instagram. We told it ourselves because you just said it when she did it. She posted a picture of her food. Who posts food?
But then I
Not
tell
men.
you,
Women
too,
do.
but we also talking too much because if that's the case,
Done again.
if you going on dates,
Mhm.
see, social media's got us fucked up because nothing can be a private
Personal,
thing amongst us women. If you're just going for free food and free things, the men getting a hold of shit now. They getting hooked onto the game just like we get hooked onto their games, and people don't want to get used. Would you want somebody if you was a man? You would want a whole bunch of women to take them out on dates for free meals. It's kind of
It
disrespectful.
depends on how much
It's
money I
kinda-
got
it
and what
hurts.
I'm doing, boo. It
It
depends,
depends on
boo.
the
I may
person.
spread myself.
Well, I've never experienced. I never made myself want to go on a date because I want to get a free meal. I'm blessed and highly favored. I got good food in my house. I like good
I would
seafood.
hope.
I want to go out because I want to get to know somebody. It's something is to get to know somebody, whether we go
But
further
you
or
have someone
not.
who doesn't have that job, they don't have that. And again, they just
And that's the only way to
appreciate
get
being
out.
taken out.
And what's wrong with
You know.
that?
I don't know. You don't want to just say you pay for your own food all with your chest all up. I don't know.
No, meaning like I don't need to use a man. That's basically men don't want to get used.
Well, women
Well,
don't want to
women
be
don't wanna
used
get
either.
used
Well, we
either.
damn sure know the
But
flip
here's the
side of
thing.
that. We ain't gonna get that
Women
unless
been
you gonna
used.
come together.
Women been
That's
used
gonna
for
be next week's
generations.
topic.
Women been used for generations. Now
All
men
right,
is getting put on to about what they don't like.
Thank you.
All right,
It's
then.
okay. So here's
So
the
take one
thing.
for the team,
Them
baby.
talking about I don't like
Take one for the
men.
team. What we
Women want to
discussing?
get free food. Guess what? what? We was giving up free booty, weren't
There
we?
you
So how
go.
about you just
That's
sit
what
back
I'm
and
saying.
Round, somebody been hurt on here too. That's about me.
no, not even her.
I don't know
but
what
just
I
the
say.
fact that it's out there and it's
Respect.
being said, you gotta look at the same thing. If women can do it, men can
Oh,
do it too.
yeah,
If
all
you're giving up
day.
free booty, you can give up a free meal.
All day.
And at the end of the day, is it really free? Because you're giving up time that you can't get back. So it's not free. So let's stop saying that.
You know, at the end of the day, we all use each other for something.
Right,
You're supposed to.
right.
As long as it's beneficial and you're not misusing someone. I
Yeah.
say it's not worth being with a nut to bust a nut. It's not worth being with a nut to bust a nut.
a nut.
It's not worth being with a nut
To
to
bust
bust
So
a
now
nut.
I'm like back dating, you know, when I really want to take dating serious. Now it's men out here that scorn, like, I don't know, you just using me for a free meal. So
Leave
here's the
his butt
rule.
alone.
Do not take a
Topic for the
picture of
next
your,
show,
don't
huh?
take a picture of your food when you go out on a date. You gotta keep that shit to
Public service
yourself.
announcement, do not mukbang anything. Do you understand? Don't
Right.
take pictures, don't eat it online, don't do any of that. If he's in the background,
Or wait
shut
till he
off.
go to the bathroom and take a quick selfie, quick
And
picture
don't
of your
add
food.
him.
Right. I don't think you should follow each other when you first get to know each other on social media. You don't know me. That's another thing. That could be another topic. So he asked me, you know, are you on social media? Yes, but that's not important. And he was, you know what?
Well, your name is your name, so we could easily find you. I'm just going
But
to say.
he know Nicole. He don't know if it's an H in that motherfucker. He don't know my last name. He don't know I'm a comedian.
He listening right now, Nick. He gonna text you know with everything tonight. 'Cause you talk too damn much.
No, but he not. How he listening?
Comments.
He not
All
living.
right, wait. Let's get some of these
What's up,
comments. We
man?
got some more
Oh
comments.
shit.
Man says, a man says, a
Okay.
man should take care of the tab unless the woman states that she wants to pay and treat herself.
Uh-huh.
True.
Says somebody got to get used.
Oh,
With laugh. Then he said, man, get a free dick off that.
you're supposed to. Free dick.
Free dick.
Free dick. Free dick. It's just hanging there, not doing nothing any damn way.
Yes. Oh my
Be
gosh.
useful. Be useful.
Listen,
Ain't nobody playing.
Any more comments?
guess we need to talk about this during the next show.
Hey,
huh?
ma'am.
Because
You coming?
I don't know, am I coming to the next show?
Are you coming?
Am I coming?
Hey, y'all. We love y'all
So
guys.
leave the
We
phone
thank
out
y'all.
the dates.
Leave the phone out the date.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Social media
Leave
should
the
not
phone-
be
That's
involved.
a good
in
point
dates.
because you should be getting to know each other.
Yeah.
It's almost like at the job. Don't have your phone out. It's on your duty.
I don't have my phone when I'm out with somebody.
Lies and
Yeah.
deceitful lies.
I
Lies and
think it's
Whoa,
pretty with her.
whoa.
J-Monet has more than
Wait,
one
wait.
phone, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait,
J-Monet has
wait.
several phones. And they are all going off at one time, whether it's an alarm for a show or another show that's open micing, or her children, or maybe
Did you not
she's
hear? That's all business. That's all business.
But
That's
you
all
always have your
professional.
phone.
And normally I am recording everything.
Mhm.
I am someone that like to take pictures.
Yeah.
I like to capture the moment.
So if you want to date J-Monet, you gotta realize you will be on camera because she loves her phone.
It happens like that. It happens like that. It's not a whole lot for that.
Yeah.
But I'm respectful. I will put my phone down and I will check it accordingly because I'm grown and I got things going on. I really have things going on. And that's another thing that where you are in life. Like you can say I'm taking 2 hours or 3 hours just to date, but you don't know who may be calling you about what. And of course they can leave a message. But sometimes you wait for that call and that person sitting across from you with that little $50, $60 dinner is not going to take care of that phone call that's going to pay them bills.
Hello.
So you can wait a moment and be respectful. I'm not going to stay on the phone. You know, I'm not going to be making multiple calls, but I'm going to handle my business and I'm going to be off. And if it's something that can wait, it will wait. But that's the whole thing with respect and priority. Like I'm
Yeah.
grown. I ain't no damn kid. Anybody can be calling me right now. Somebody practice call me right this second.
Mhm.
And I ain't going to answer.
Mhm.
But I'm saying.
Don't play with your time. Don't play with her time.
This thing is real.
But if you want a date, I want to see you be on the phone.
Mhm.
I don't get that. I don't get that from your personality. I think you
I
would.
think it's rude. I don't.
Yeah. Like just like if I go to service or I go I'm going to leave. I'll leave the phone in my car sometimes because I know I'm going to get distracted. When they started advertising offering, I started getting on my phone.
See,
Started getting,
wrong.
no, but I'll leave the
Let's
phone in
go.
the car.
I love spending time with y'all. Thank you for
Thanks.
inviting me onto the
Wait,
show.
what you say?
I loved my time here
Oh.
at the RealSh No Joke with Nicole Spain and J-Monet.
It is what it is.
I thank you for the airtime.
Hey.
It's been the best.
I
I hope I get to come back. That'd be
Check
I
great.
want you
Yes.
to come back. I thank God for free air from Wawa.
Free air
From Wawa.
from Wawa.
I kind of like everything at Wawa.
I
just
don't.
love,
I like
I
everything.
love
Wawa.
restaurant Wawa.
Wawa will put you in debt. I'm not. Wawa is a fucking
Them
candy
bowls,
bar is $4.
$6.99
Like a
for a
regular
bowl.
size.
I'm talking about the Wawa they prices.
I'm
They
hungry. I know I
just
had
on your
only
road
4
now.
fries
I'm not a
today.
big
It depends
Wawa
upon
person.
when you go and what time they have
Like
free
the
fills
air,
going.
like the free tire, air tire.
That's some good stuff. Because I done pay $1.25 and a needed quarters.
Quarters, like you want to large you man
Yeah.
and shit.
I was like, well,
And don't let the machine be messed up, some old mom and pop shit.
and you put your money in there and nothing comes out.
Or you don't know
That's
what the
something
fuck
else
you
that
know
upset me,
in
y'all.
here. You could waste that's margin money.
That's
I hate that. I don't have a car, but I understand.
You gonna get a car?
Allegedly.
Do you want another car?
Oh, no longer
You
cars.
don't
We're
want
a
to
Jeep, or Jeep girl.
You gonna get it?
Jeep girl. No, December, it's coming.
It's
Oh,
coming.
yeah. Hallelujah.
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 I want her to get a car.
Wagwan, think I'm riding in a
Not
pond.
an SUV or car?
I don't care what she gets, as long as it got wheels and engine. She's driving.
And doors.
She can get a bike. I'll be on her back. I don't give a damn. Just get us there. Hey guys, we thank y'all so much for following and checking and calling in.
Yeah.
We look forward to talking to y'all in 2 weeks?
2 weeks. The 1st and the 3rd.
What day is that? The 31st? Is that Halloween? The 30th?
Oh, is it?
Ooh, I will be dressed
Ooh.
I would not.
in my Halloween best.
I would not.
I will be.
I may be Mr. Rogers.
No,
I see
that's,
the costume.
No, that's Halloween.
That's Halloween.
October 31st.
That's not the first.
No, the first is that Friday. That's All Hallows. October 31st is the Thursday of the next.
Y'all know what it is. We are always posting. We are dropping.
Anybody got announcements?
Oh, yes,
we
we do have announcements.
announcements.
Before we go, Nicole Spain and I will have a show coming up. It's going to be for breast cancer. It is a clean comedy show coming up for you next Friday, October the 25th. And the tickets are how much, Nick?
I don't know. I know it's only
$25. Tickets are $25.
You be knowing that. That's good.
Yes, that is on
your money.
55. That is at 55 Baltimore Ave. That's located in Lansdowne. That would be myself. That would be Nicole Spain as well as who?
Dark Child.
Yes.
And it's a comedian,
Job.
Thank God for booking us, Jude.
Yes.
I think he's booked it a few times.
Yes.
Then I'm going to be on Funny Bits next Thursday with a tease out in Jersey.
Mhm.
I'm also going to be a part of Sunday on a Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a foster care panel.
Awesome.
Me and Ambition. This fine white boy is on the flyer. He grew up a foster kid too, and he doing well. I don't know. We'll be on a panel next week, and then we're doing comedy.
Okay.
What about you?
I will be at Origin of the Joke next Wednesday, the 23rd. Show don't start till 10. So come out and laugh. It's not a whole lot to that. It's about sharing your smile, sharing good energy. Always follow us online. You have comedian Bikini Body. Something else you want me to tell you about a casting call?
So if you are familiar with Philadelphia, there is Fit Comedy located downtown Philadelphia. Fit Comedy is on the 10th of November having a casting call for comedians, actresses, actors that would like to come out and do some sketch, some skit or improv. You can present your idea. You can definitely come down, but that is taking place. Casting is November 10th from 1:30 to 3:30 at Fit Comedy located downtown Philadelphia. Google it. See you there.
Damn. She said Google it. Look that shit up on your own.
Follow Nicole Spain. Check me out, J Monet Just Laugh. Definitely follow Sador Radio. Along with this show, there are many, many other shows that have wonderful information. Just everything is going on. Be a part of it. That's it. Be a part of it.
Right. Amen. It was a good show.
We love y'all guys. We thank y'all for tuning in. Stay good, stay blessed. We check y'all out in 2 weeks.
Real shit.
We out.
No joke.
I gotta say that. But it is a joke.
It is.
It is.
No, don't delete
So
the video.
you said it's auditions for Fit?
Yeah.
For what? A particular play?
So
What is
we're
it for?
doing. Oh my God, you sound